Hi, let's discuss the behavior and remedies of Sun in all 12 houses. Sun in the first house, the house of the ascendant. So, this is the house of your personality. So, Sun being the source of light and life and leadership, when sits in the first house, it makes you authoritative, confident, and independent. However, it can make you feel a little bit egoistic from other people's perspective and dominating. But if you can balance it out with clear communication, then generally this is an excellent position for you to get a lot of fame in life. It can give certain health issues, specifically regarding eyes and hair loss. And if you face these issues, remedies for this would be giving water to the sun early morning. Second, always try to take out a portion from your earnings for charity. Sun in the second house, the house of wealth, speech, and family, creates a very good position to generate a lot of wealth as an influencer. If you speak or are in any kind of a speaking profession, chances are that you will become an authority very quickly. Only thing you have to be careful about is that sometimes there can be some aggression that is sensed in your tone. It can create conflicts with family members. Although it's a good combination to have this kind of an authority in speech, in profession, but the same thing can be problematic in your personal life with the family. So a remedy for that would be to soften your speech, especially at home. And the energetic remedies can be to donate food in a blind school or a blind ashram and chant Gayatri mantra daily. Third house, the house of courage and communication. When the sun is placed in the third house, it makes you bold, action oriented, and hardworking. It gives you the benefit of being successful in communication and media, and it makes you a very self-motivated individual. In a debilitated situation, sun can create problems with siblings and make a person very impatient. The remedies for that would be the more you support your siblings financially or within their efforts, the better this position is going to be for you. Alternately, you can also donate food to little children. When sun is in the fourth house, the house of property and personal home, it can make a person controlling and proud. It is also a very good placement if you want to grow in property and property related businesses. It can actually make you a leader in those industries. If you're a homemaker, the house usually revolves around your input. On the other hand, it can make a person emotionally sensitive and can create conflicts with mother. The remedies for that would be to drink water in a silver glass, be respectful and kind towards your own mother, and donate to cows regularly. Sun in the fifth house, the house of intelligence and creativity, usually makes a person very creatively expressive. Such person has a very strong intellect, and that's why they do really well in fields like education and creativity. These people can be very good professors, educators, or creative problem solvers, although they do end up doing very well as creatives for social media. The problem with this placement is usually seen in the love life due to ego issues, or they can tend to be very authoritative, very strict parents. The remedy for that would be utilize that sun authoritative leadership energy in a creative way with your spouse and your children. You can play games with them, you could play sports with them, you could do creative activities where you build things together or teach them things in a creative way. You can also wear a ruby gemstone as long as the other conditions in your chart allow it. Sun in the sixth house. Now, this is a difficult position because this is the house of enemies and conflict. When a person has the sun in this house, their behavior becomes very competitive and they end up attracting a lot of fights, even though they don't want it, but they are usually provoked. The good part of this placement is that even though they have a lot of enemies, they generally end up winning over all of them. And that's why this is an excellent placement for competitive exams or sports. But for sports, if you want to be an athlete, you also have to see the placement of Mars. This placement does give health issues, so one has to be careful about that. Remedies for this would be: 1. Have a daily routine mapped out very well and follow it quite strictly. Second, do not talk a lot. By not talking, you will hold all the power with you. And as an energetic remedy, the more service you do, like community service, like the time you donate or services that you donate to your community, the more positive energy you will create to balance out the negativity from this placement. When the sun is in the 7th house of marriage, partnership, and business, it signifies a strong energy in these areas of life. It can give you powerful collaborations, partnerships in business, and it also signifies a very strong-headed spouse. The trick is to make sure that your ego doesn't clash with your partner, whether it's a business partner or life partner. So choose the partner carefully. Normally, the tendency in this house is to choose a partner which makes you feel superior, but in the long run that does not work. So always choose somebody who you feel is at an equal caliber as you. If you feel that this placement is causing conflicts in partnership or it's creating an unpleasant situation in your marriage, a good remedy for that would be to recite Aditya Hriday Stotra daily. Also, you will benefit from adopting a mindset of giving in the partnerships. Be prepared that this placement will demand more from you. So already adapting an attitude where you are willing to give more than what you're receiving in any sort of partnership will improve the situation of this placement a lot. Sun in the 8th house. The 8th house is one of the most misunderstood houses of astrology. It rules transformation, knowledge, longevity, and occult. With the sun here, your life is one of constant reinvention. You keep evolving. The soul wants to evolve here. The benefit of this placement is that you have very deep intuition, you have great research abilities, and you have access to hidden knowledge, like the occult knowledge, like the Vedic knowledge, and the knowledge which comes from oral traditions. You also have great gifts of astrology. You can be a great astrologer, a healer, or a spiritual scientist. And this is also a good placement to receive inheritance, and sudden gains happen here. And now, because it's a house of transformation, your life has many powerful transformations with this placement that makes you ultimately very strong. The challenge of displacement can create issues with father or can give problems to father or father's health. This also gives sudden life changes and can be destabilizing for a person. There can be health issues or secretive ego patterns that isolate you from others. The tendency here is to, hide away from the world. The remedy is to worship Lord Shiva. This is a great placement where if you chant Mahamrityunjay mantra, it gives you a lot of protection and it gives you transformation, but it also gives you transformation with a certain amount of grace without a lot of triumph and trouble. Another good remedy for this would be donating on Sundays and avoid letting your pride operate in the shadows of your life. Sun in the 9th house. The 9th house is the house of dharma, luck, spirituality, and the father. This is one of the most fortunate places for the sun, and you're blessed with wisdom, spirituality, intellect, and a strong moral compass. The benefit of this position is that it makes you very lucky, highly fortunate, and you naturally get a lot of opportunities. You have a natural connection to gurus, teachers, and spiritual wisdom, but make sure that you don't have a lot of ego associated with them, because sun here can also make you a little arrogant with teachers. This placement also is very beneficial for foreign travel and higher education and brings a lot of luck when you do travel abroad. The challenge of this placement is that you become dogmatic and rigid in your beliefs. Conflicts with a father or father figure like guru or teachers are possible. Another thing you have to watch out for is ego in religion. Feeling that your spiritual path is the only correct one or that yours is the superior one can become a real obstacle. The remedy would be to always respect your father and your teachers, especially if you don't agree with them. It naturally makes you religious, so you can visit temples, and donating in temples is a very good thing in this position, especially wheat or wheat made products like flour. Reciting the Aditya Hriday Stotra is an excellent remedy and especially powerful in this placement. The sun in the 10th house. This is arguably one of the most powerful placements for the sun. The 10th house is of career, public life, authority, and legacy. The sun in this placement is like a king sitting on his throne. This is exactly what the sun wants. The benefits of this placement is that you're destined to be professionally successful. You get a lot of recognition and public authority in government, politics, corporate leadership, and fields that require public visibility. Fame and respect come naturally in this position. The challenge, however, is you become a workaholic and you end up neglecting family and relationships in pursuit of success. And most important thing to watch out for is that if your desire and your ambition grows unchecked, a very public fall from power is possible. The higher the sun rises, the more important it becomes to be humble. The remedy? Don't forget that the work that you're doing is in service to the people in your life. The energetic remedy for this placement would be donate to government workers and public servants. Chant the Surya Bij mantra daily. And if your chart allows it, a ruby could be an excellent gemstone for you because it could skyrocket your career. Sun in the 11th house. The 11th house is the house of social networks, ambition, and elder siblings. It is also the house of gains. With the sun here, you are a networker. You understand people, you build connections, and you know how to leverage relationships to achieve your goals. The benefit of this placement is that you have a very large social circle. You have tremendous financial gains. You end up achieving your biggest ambitions, and you have access to very wealthy, influential people. In this placement, your network is genuinely your net worth. The challenge is that there's a risk of using people for personal gains without any genuine connection. Friendships can feel transactional, ego clashes are common with friends or elder siblings. Ambition can become so large that it leads to frustration when the results are slow. So to mitigate that, the remedy would be to donate freely and generously every Sunday without actually expecting anything in return. Serving your elder siblings, your friends in their endeavors and helping them achieve their goals, again without any expectation, would be an excellent remedy. And also the energetic remedy here would be to chant Om Ghrini Suryaya Namah daily. And keeping a copper vessel filled with water at home is a great Vastu remedy. Sun in the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of liberation, isolation, foreign lands, and the subconscious. This is a deeply spiritual placement. Your soul in this lifetime is oriented towards moksha, towards freedom from the ego itself. The benefit of this placement is a strong spiritual potential. You get success in foreign lands and you excel in behind the scenes work. You have a very deep and rich inner life, and you can thrive in professions related with hospitals, ashram, research, and intuition. Meditation is your superpower. The challenge is vitality can be low. A relationship with father is either estranged or father ends up living in a distant land due to their work or other circumstances. Expenses can drain your finances, so you got to watch out for that. And hidden enemies work against you. Another challenge in this placement is that your ego operates in a subtle, unconscious way. It's not very obvious. So you need to be extremely honest about yourself. The remedy would be to meditate every day at sunrise. This combination of meditation with sunrise becomes a very powerful combination for you. Another energetic remedy for that would be to donate in hospitals and spiritual institutes. You can also chant the Surya mantra 108 times daily to keep the sun's energy active. And the most important thing for you is solitude is your strength, not a weakness, so embrace it.